Hello, it's Mr. Colley, and today we're going to go over the founding of the 13 colonies. Now, we started with the original 13 colonies, okay? The nation began with 13 original colonies that settled along the eastern or Atlantic coastline. So the course begins with the 13 colonies highlighted in the red, and by June, we will have went all the way west to the Pacific Ocean. Okay, so we have the 13 colonies settled along the eastern or Atlantic coastline, and we have on the west coast the Pacific Ocean. Our northern neighbor is Canada, and our southern neighbor is Mexico. Okay, so we begin the course here and we end the course there. Okay, so we are going to start with the 13 original colonies. And as you see, we have the Atlantic Ocean on the eastern coast, the Pacific Ocean on the western coast, Canada, our northern neighbor, Mexico, our southern neighbor. Now, regions concepts that you need to understand are as follows. We started with 13 original colonies that settled along the eastern or Atlantic coastline. Jamestown is the first successful colony, Jamestown, Virginia. Now, whether it's 1607 or 2027, why do people come to this country? My family wasn't born here. My father went from Sicily to Venezuela to the United States. What was he looking for? Economic freedom. Okay, he was seeking economic freedom to create opportunities for himself. The Pilgrims found in Massachusetts, and they were looking for religious freedom. So in 1607, the first colony started, Jamestown, Virginia. They were looking for economic opportunities. So whether it's 1607 or 2020, people come to this country looking for economic freedom, religious freedom, where you're able to worship freely without worrying about being persecuted. Social and political freedom. Okay. Now, people are seeking to live on their own, make their own decisions, and they might be fleeing a country that doesn't allow you to do that. So the three main reasons why people come to this country, whether it's the 1600s or the 21st century, economic, religious, social, and political freedom. Now, as I said before, Jamestown 1607 is our first colony. Now remember, like for example, in class we brought up like Yonkers, New York, Bronx, New York, Brooklyn, New York. Well, Jamestown is in Virginia, highlighted in the red. It is a southern colony. And it's usually one of the first multiple choice questions on the regions. Okay. Now, the Pilgrims, they came here seeking religious freedom. Okay. So they decided to come to America, set up one of the 13 original colonies, and they landed in Massachusetts. Now, Massachusetts is known, the Pilgrims are known for a few things. In Massachusetts, they started town meetings, which allowed for a democratic government, which evolved into our local government, and they created our basic set of laws, which we're going to get to in a minute. Okay. The ship they came on was the Mayflower. Now, the Mayflower is not on the regions, but what they did on that ship made history, and it is on the regions. So they came here to the New World on a sailboat. It took a couple of weeks, 3 weeks maybe. And on that ship, about 100 people, they knew they were going to a foreign land, and they said, you know what, we better make a set of laws so we can stay organized and stay safe. And I know on the surface that doesn't look like any, record-breaking progress. But think about this for a second. All their lives, they were ruled by a monarchy. This is the first time the people, the masses, are creating laws, agreeing to follow them. That is the early steps of a democratic representative self-government. Okay, so on this ship, okay, always remember that before the United States happened, they were ruled by a king. All their lives, these colonists were ruled by a king. Okay, they go into a foreign land and they said, you know what, we better write and agree to obey some laws so we're safe and we stay alive. Those basic set of laws are called the Mayflower Compact. Okay, the first step in a self-representative, self-democratic government, which we have today. So it basically set the foundation. It got the ball rolling to a democratic government which we live under. All right, let's recap. Mayflower Compact, self-government, self-representative government, first time ever. Okay, it is, just keep in mind, we take it for granted today, but back then that was the first time they did that. Usually the king was telling them what to do. Okay, now I hope that presentation set the groundwork that you would need for a deeper understanding for the 13 colonies. And I'm going to now create another presentation that goes deeper into the economy of the 13 colonies. It's Mr. Colley. Have a great day. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.